What's the deal? It's your boy, Mr. Will. And you are now tuned in to Wilson Block of Thou Wow, okay? And look, man, I gotta just bring this to you raw and uncut, okay? The Superior Court of California, County of Los Angeles, is actively allowing a prosecution of a shell proceeding, okay? You know, in February 2024, now retired Judge Suzette Louise Clover suspended criminal proceedings based on a competency assessment that she did not first establish jurisdiction over. Okay. In fact, the assessment that declared the incompetence of Michael Taylor, okay, was never court ordered. Okay, it was actually a repurposed mental health diversion psych eval. Okay, and for Judge Clover to suspend proceedings based off of that report, okay, is actually in direct violation of her own court order. Okay, and they've suppressed, my own attorney and defense have suppressed this document, for over a year. Okay, and you know, I've faxed the district attorney's office and their various departments. They've been, responding to me. The state bar has been responding. Okay. And they keep materially misframing and mischaracterizing my complaints. They refuse to engage with the factual allegations, okay, in their response because they know that there is no satisfactory explanation. Okay, now, the oversight agencies such as the state bar should not be trying to rationalize, okay, why an attorney or even a judge for that matter, okay, should not be held to account for things that they did. Okay, if we're going to assume that everybody in prison right now, okay, has been duly convicted, okay, under the U.S. Constitution and the rule of law, okay, then, People versus Michael Taylor must be dismissed immediately and with prejudice, okay? The Vernon Patterson dossier is out now. Okay, it contains the full damning transcript, chronological transcript, okay, of fraud upon the court by Superior Court of California. Okay, this is not speculation. This is not conjecture. This is not opinion. Okay, the script is purely based on court orders, minute orders, filed evaluations, okay, and verbatim communications between me and the defense attorney, verbatim colloquies, okay, correspondences, okay, between me and these oversight boards, okay, state bar. I got a response from the second district appellate court, United States Department of Justice. Everybody is hitting me with bureaucratic deflections, okay, which means that they know they lost already. Okay, and it's not about what you can prove, it's about what you know. Okay, why is it about that? Was a lie. Whoever said that lied. Okay, whoever said it's not about what you know but what you can prove lied. Okay, either they lied or they didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. Okay, it's about what you know, it's not about what you can prove. Okay, because you got to understand that if you know it, then it's already proven to you, right? So if it's already proven to you, that means you are a witness to the matter at hand. Okay, and so therefore, you know this is what it is, kids. Okay, the Superior Court of California, okay, cannot publicly withstand any scrutiny of the content within the Vernon Patterson dossier. It's their own paperwork, okay, and they refuse to engage me substantively. Okay, now again, I sent, faxes to the governor, Gavin Newsom. I've sent faxes to plenty of Congress people. I've sent faxes to various divisions within the district attorney in Los Angeles County. Okay, and emails too, they keep hitting me with bureaucratic deflections as if they're not actively sitting on conclusive evidence of fraud upon the court, that they're suppressing to protect this lame California judiciary, because they also know that the legislature and the judiciary are both covering up the executive, the governor, right? The one no one really voted for, the one that the Democrats think are gonna run for president. Let me tell you something, okay? I'm about to place the entire government under citizen's arrest using constructive custody doctrine, okay? Fully aligned with the supremacy clause, okay? And there's gonna be nothing they can do because, the fraud upon the court, which vitiates everything, has been unremedied. Okay, so until they remedy that, okay, then they have no jurisdiction. You see how that works? You gotta understand, family, okay, that as citizens, as civilians, as we the people, okay, we already have standing under the U.S. Constitution. Okay, so as long as we are fully aligned with the supreme law of the land, we have, standing, okay, to go ahead and enforce checks and balances on either one of the three or all three, okay, or any collective, whatever, you know what I'm saying, of all three branches of government. That's right. Yes, that's right. Okay, so basically, if you're listening to this and you care enough, okay, we got to contact the courtroom clerk for Pasadena Court Department F and Department C. Okay, Department F is Michael Douglas Carter. Okay, call him, ask him, okay, where is the court order, okay, for Dr. D'Angelo's PC 730 competency assessment? He's gonna try to say, oh, I wasn't the judges that at that time. Well, what has that got to do with whether it exists or not? Sure, you got a computer right there at the bench. Okay, it would take less than 60 seconds for you to just pull it up, which, if you're hearing cases and you already don't have it pulled up, that's already kind of like what you're doing, okay? We can't afford to be lackadaisical here, okay? And then Department C, Daryl Mavis, okay, a white man named Daryl, okay, that's what we're dealing with here, okay. This man, okay, is, the secret serpent of Pasadena Court, okay. They thought that they were just gonna run me into the courtroom with this guy without due process, without any type of, compelling reason for my case to be transferred from Department F. Okay, if my case was transferred from department, no, I don't like, no, no, thank you. You won't be, putting me in front of a new judge at a court hearing. Okay, you're going to reschedule the hearing with the original judge. Okay, why would you just put me in front of a new judge who doesn't even have context on what we're doing here? Okay, and I'm supposed to just participate despite the fact that the judge had already forfeited subject matter jurisdiction. Okay, and because I know this stuff, okay, they want to further weaponize psychiatry against me. Not gonna happen. Okay, I'm leaning in. All of these people, the state of California, will be accountable, and these people are basically standing, they're basically, doubling down on mass incarceration. Okay, if you're gonna follow, if you're gonna deliberately commit fraud in the course of a prosecution, okay, I'm led to believe that compromises, other rulings and sentences and convictions found by the court. Okay, it's a rapper dapper. Okay, David W. Slayton, okay, Mr. Slayton, okay, the executive clerk of Los Angeles County Superior Court, okay, David W. Slayton, okay, Mr. Slayton, okay, your name is on fraudulent paperwork, sir, okay, so you little slime ball, okay, you're doing real harm to a citizen here, and you covering up and your little judicial appointments and all this stuff that you're getting, that's not gonna manifest, fam. Okay, you fucked around, okay, with the wrong criminal justice system. You should have stayed your bald head ass in Texas. Straight up, you fucked with the wrong state here, okay? Be aware, okay? Nobody is scared of your little devious looking ass, okay? And so that's what it is, Judge Sergio Tapia, you're a wash, okay? You're an absolute joke, okay? I think you're a funny bunny, okay? If you weren't a judge and we were in an elevator alone, I think I know how it would turn out, okay? You'd probably end up, swimming, okay, and trying to use your body weight, okay? But try using that against, somebody who really don't like your motherfucking ass, okay? And excuse my candor here. It's just that, it's just so egregious, Is my response, right or wrong? I would say that's the wrong question. I would say that my response and my reaction is appropriate. Okay, is it right? Probably not, right? But is it appropriate? Absolutely. Why? Because I'm human. So miss me with this, oh, they get to just, chop your dick off and I'm supposed to just, be there quiet and take it. Okay, it's like, no. It's like, motherfucker, I was right the first time 4 years ago, and y'all over here trying to manifest ruin in my life based off of poor decisions y'all made. Okay? That's why it ain't gonna look, you can form your weapons, but it ain't gonna prosper. Okay? What you tried to do to me will in turn return upon your own heads. Yes, that's what's gonna happen. Vernon Patterson can't get away. He abandoned me. He exposed the whole chain of, his wife knows it. Miss Shaylon Joseph, the district attorney turned public defender. Okay, Miss Daroka Bell and her wife, Darius Bell. Okay, out here playing house with public money. Okay, we ain't doing that. Man, I'm on y'all helmet. Superior Court of California, y'all throughbo. Okay, it's a rapper dapper. Okay, the District Defender's Office, headed by the Republic General, okay, housed at the House of the Republic. And we are going to save the Republic from this democratic regime that has lost all competence, okay, all of it. We're not a democracy, we are a republic. And that's what we're going to, fight to restore. Okay, it's your boy, Mr. Will. That's the deal, man. Just remember, Superior Court of California and People versus Michael Taylor, is actively concealing fraud upon the court. Okay, judicial fraud upon the court, and you gotta call in because, the court scene. Here's how it works. Okay, all the subordinates that are acting as a buffer for the judges, right? They're all, confident. You know what I'm saying? Really, because they have no choice. It's not willful confidence, okay? It's fearful confidence, involuntary confidence that subordinates have in the judges to who thinks that the judges can protect them. Oh, like the judges can just, use procedure to not hold these people accountable for things that they told them to do back channel. Okay? The fraternity's going down. Everybody's going down. Okay? The Roman Catholicism, it's not a church. It's not a faith. Okay? We're revoking its ecclesiastical authority in full, openly and transparently and publicly. And if anybody doesn't like it, well, then you know what? Guess what you can do? You can get on your knees and pray to the Lord Jesus Christ. You can do that. But I guarantee you this, okay, any hex or curse or spell, okay, that you wish upon me is void. Okay? It's just not going to work. Okay? And I speak confidently. Okay? I know God's word is living. I don't need you to believe that. Okay? If you don't want to believe it, that's on you. Okay, I'll take my chances with faith in the Lord. So you're just going to have to excuse my inappropriate speech and my profanity here and there. I just have to express the sentiment and the gravity of the situation. Okay? But yeah, man, that's what it is. District Defender's Office. The website is already up. you can go to districtdefender.blogspot.com and you can, file public reports. And when you file a public report, it'll be automatically published, and you can leverage that for notice against the government whenever and wherever they violate constitutional rights, or wherever there's prima facie evidence that the court or the government themselves have engaged in violations of statutory law. Okay, look, man, it's just about holding people, holding the line, holding people to their duty and obligations under the law. Okay, nothing I asked my attorney to do was unreasonable. It was well within the bounds of duties and obligations. um you know Evidence has been destroyed. I just wanted to let the judge know the public defenders wouldn't allow it. So, the attorneys have made, many, many extrajudicial decisions, and, it just hasn't been scrutinized, but they still have every intention on taking me to trial. Or so you think. They can't take me to trial because I know too much. So now they have to further weaponize psychiatry against me to pathologize my facts and to strip me of my legal agency and all due process. Okay, I call this attempted murder as far as I'm concerned. Okay, and the state of California is posturing itself as a public safety threat in real time right now, up until the date of the recording of this podcast, which is Friday, August 8th at 4:02 p.m. Okay, and there's pretty much more to talk about, but I just wanted to go over here and basically just create the headline that the Superior Court of California, County of Los Angeles, is actively and factually engaging in active concealment of fraud upon the court. Okay, they are conducting a shell proceeding. That is correct. People versus Michael Taylor, case number, XNEGA 11113201. Okay, is a shell proceeding. Okay, the court cannot confirm subject matter jurisdiction. Okay, period. They just can't. If you called them right now and said, hey, I heard this podcast, the guy said you can't confirm a court order for somebody who was already sent to the state hospital. Explain that. They can't. Okay, so if you want to bust the government wide open, if you want to, if you want a smoking gun against the Democratic Party, I just delivered it to you on a silver platter. If you don't care, you won't care. Okay, and that's what it is. It's your boy, Mr. Will. That's the deal. And until next time, I'm out.